these are the very questions that are going to anchor you in what you actually want to do. Hi, welcome back or welcome to, my name is Sherry and welcome to With Sherry McMillan. Today we're going to be talking about giving up meat. Alright, so I just want to jump right in. What is it that drove you to this decision? What support and research have you read or that you have that is going to reinforce your decision now to go meatless or to be vegan or to be vegetarian? Thinking about what do you feel like is going to be the most difficult, because I knew right off the bat that I used to love chicken wings. I used to love chicken wings from so many different places, but like Domino's, I still remember how those chicken wings tasted. I never got to try some places that are local here to Memphis, like All Stars. I don't think I ever even tried, oh my gosh, I can't even think the name of it. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it right now. Oh, it is driving me nuts. Anyway, if you can think of like a wing spot that I'm thinking of, like put it in the comments, because I want to know like if you can think of what I'm trying to think of and I can't. Anyway, but I used to miss those things. And then like my dad, he used to barbecue like a lot, and he would always do like these ribs. My dad would he would bake them, like I don't know, he would marinate them, he would bake them, and then he would grill them. Like there was a whole process in it. He had his own seasonings, his own sauce for it, and they were so good, like they would fall off the bone. And I remember like loving those. So I think it's so important to really already think about the situations and the food items that you're going to miss. Think about those things already. Think about what will make it most difficult. So when I go out of town, that's what makes it the most difficult to be vegan. Now it's a lot better than what it even used to be just a few years ago when I first declared that I wasn't going to eat meat anymore. Because a lot more people have an option on the menu. At least there's like one meal that they may say is vegan, or they'll probably say that it's vegetarian, or maybe you can make something that's vegan. So the most difficult situation would be like going out to a restaurant with other people that are mostly meat eaters, right? So you're going to be going to just different places that 99% of the menu is for meat eaters. And then maybe there's that 1% that could be for you, or maybe 100% of the menu is for meat eaters, and you have to be very creative in what you're going to eat. So maybe that's I remember so much that I used to just get like side salads and like fries, and that used to be the extent of what I would get when I would go out to eat with friends or like large groups of people. And how I would do that is like maybe I would eat before, so I would have a little something in my stomach, and then I would get there and so I'm not the person that's like not eating anything. I would be sitting there eating like my french fries and my little side salad, and we'd call it a day. It was so cool. And it became like a running joke with some of my friends. They were just like, yeah, Sherry, you don't have to get fries. They have like a veggie burger. Like, it would be so funny. Thinking about that, and so being prepared too, before you get to a restaurant. I'm supposed to be talking about this in part 2, but being a little bit more prepared when you go to a restaurant, like looking at their menu choices and like being able to think on the fly. Like maybe if they have like an Alfredo, so maybe you're vegetarian, so you eat dairy products. So you would be willing to get like an Alfredo. Maybe they have a chicken Alfredo or a shrimp Alfredo or some type of Alfredo, and you're like, no meat, please. Just bring me, the pasta and the sauces, the sauce that goes with it. Maybe you're getting like spaghetti or something like that, and you do the same thing. See if they can like hold the meat. And that just really depends. I eat Mexican a lot. Mexican, you can pretty much tailor that to what you want. Like give me a veggie quesadilla, give me like veggie fajita, give me like a veggie chimichanga. And again, there are a lot more restaurants that have those options on the menu now where you don't have to get any meat. What will you say to others? That this is something that's important as well. What will you say to others when they're asking you like, oh, why don't you eat meat? You know, oh, you don't eat meat? Because you don't have to always come out and say it before people actually know what you're doing. They're like, oh, especially when you're like, oh, can you give me the chicken Alfredo without the chicken, please? Oh, and just also, so you know, you're still going to get charged for the meat. So you can ask for it and just tell them to put it on another plate and you can give it away to somebody. Sometimes that makes me feel better when I'm ordering like a $15, $18 entree with chicken in it and I'm like, I don't want the chicken. I'm like, but please bring it out on a separate plate and I give it to someone else. If I could just give it to someone else, that makes me feel better that I actually pay like the $15 to $18 for that meal. So just so you know that. But anyway, so whenever that happens, what are you going to tell people? You can kind of go back to your reason why, and you can go about this whatever way you want to. I know it was like in the beginning, it was a little easier for me to maybe be a little bit judgmental, just being completely honest. Like, let's just keep it real. And being like, well, no, I don't eat flesh. I don't eat carcasses. I don't eat dead animals. Sorry, I don't need that. My body doesn't need that. You know, I can be strong because cows are strong and they only eat grass. So, yeah. But now I'm much more relaxed. I'm just like, hey, you know, do what you do. Like, eat however you want to. Eat how you want to eat, because sometimes eating is like pleasure, right? Eating is enjoyment. Eating is celebration. Eating is it represents so many other things than just like nourishment for your body. And I get that. I'm completely aware of that and I understand that and I pass no judgment on it. I'm not one of those vegetarians, vegans that are gonna be like trying to make you feel bad for the way that you eat. And you know, I have family friends that have asked me all the time, like, I don't know, sure, I can't give, you know, meat up completely, but I don't know what you think. And I'm just like, you could always start with making one of your meals where there's like, maybe you eat, you know, because when we were growing up, we used to think, we were taught portions. If you remember, I don't know, it depends on what generation you are, but I remember growing up, we had like the food pyramid, which we know we discount that nowadays, but there was the food pyramid and there was also like this little plate that talked about the different portions of different things that you can have on the plate. And so what I would say is maybe for dinner or for lunch or for breakfast, maybe your meat portion was about this size, but now you make it about that size. So maybe instead of eating, I don't know, 7 wings, you eat 3 wings and you eat more vegetables. So that's what I would recommend, and that's what I tell people all the time. I'm just like, well, you know, you don't have to give it up completely. Like, there are people who are thriving very well, you know, still eating meat in their own way, like the way that they do within their diet. You can increase your vegetables, increase those green vegetables, you know, think about eating from the rainbow where you're eating different colors of vegetables and things like that. So just to say that, like, I'm not one of those people. Talk about why, the what, and then the how.